Not every movie can be the best, but these movies got close. Hi, welcome to the Silver Spleen's recommended movies of 2018. These are movies I hope more people see. Legally. Buy a disc or pay for a service. Don't be cheap. I'm not ranking these since it makes it easier to organize and I don't have to. I mean, why would you rank recommendations? House of the Rising Suns is a biopic about the Winners, one of Hong Kong's first big rock bands. It's not high art, but it is interesting, watchable, and informative. What more could you ask? Nothing, quite frankly. But if we're honest, House of the Rising Suns gives you all that and even more. Watch it, you'll see what I mean. The same can be said of When Sun Meets Moon. I'm not a teenager and I can't seriously watch two teenage characters look at each other and say, "I love you forever." I'm too old, miserable, and, divorced to ever believe that. But When Sun Meets Moon was a really interesting, fun watch, and I was very pleasantly surprised. The lead actress is probably a little too old to be playing a teenager, but let's face it, I'm really too educated to say some of the awful things that I do. The movie will have a lot of resonance for local Hong Kong people, or anyone with even a passing familiarity with local culture. Lawrence Chang is great in it, but, well, so is everyone else. Watch When Sun Meets Moon. Legally. Social relevance was a big topic this year. But luckily for us, these movies with a conscience were all very watchable and not dry as a popcorn fart. They're very local in focus, but still very watchable for non-natives, though in different ways. Keyboard Warriors tells the story of Hong Kong's local internet geeks, and does it in a way that's both honest and funny. It was better than I expected, and it's definitely worth watching. Napping Kid is a very different film, and it's not perfect, but I have to admire the director's intent. There were enough small things in this film to sincerely entertain me, and overall the film's message, while perhaps rather naive, is still so sincere that I can't really find it in my heart to beat up the film or the people who made it. And let's face it, that's another video. Okay, almost every other video I've ever made, but let's move on. A Category 3 director made a movie about dogs, but it's really not what you think. Paws Men is director Ao Chuk Man's impressively sincere effort to bring attention to Hong Kong's grossly atavistic approach to animal rights, featuring some very, very good performances from Bob Lam and Tats Lau, as well as pretty much everyone else in the cast. This movie is definitely worth watching, especially because the dogs, quite honestly, steal the show. Especially the one that doesn't want to be adopted no matter what the dialogue says. That dog looks incredibly unhappy to be where it is. They should hire that dog to play me watching a Barbara Wong movie. But that's really another video. I'm not gay, and I've only ever dressed as a woman once. It was Halloween, and I thought that maybe by getting into one skirt I might be able to get into another, but it didn't work. Tracy features Philip Kung Ho Man in his first lead role. He plays a man who spent his whole life running from something that he suddenly needs to face. This movie isn't perfect, but it is necessary, important, and features some really, really stellar performances. If it strikes you as a little outdated, that's nothing compared to the atavistic mindsets you'll encounter about homosexuality here in Asia's so-called world city. People ask me all the time, well, what do you look for in movies? And a lot of the time I tell them my favorite thing, because it's so rare, is to be pleasantly surprised. Hotel Soul Good was like that. I expected a fairly disposable ghost movie, but I got a film with great ensemble chemistry, really impressive cinematography, and some very, very commendable performances. Watch Hotel Soul Good. I really doubt that you'll be disappointed, and if you are, just watch some of the movies that are featured in some of my other year-end videos. You'll be glad you didn't watch those movies, and I know because I did watch them. Stay tuned for more of the 2018 Year in Review.